What is up, guys? Norse Digital Assets coming at you with another video. This video is going to be on CKB. We're going to look at the Bitcoin chart. And we're going to look at how much Bitcoin is left on the exchanges. We're going to check that out on Glassnode also. So it should be a pretty good video. Let us head over. Here I am on Twitter, Norse Digital Assets. Follow me on Twitter. If you are actually serious about making money in crypto, you're actually serious about the bull run, you actually have a decent amount of money in this market, in my opinion, you absolutely should have a Twitter. Even if you do not like Twitter, even if you don't like it at all, I recommend getting a Twitter, following me on North Digital Assets, and also following other people. Anyways, let us look at some stuff here on what is going on Twitter. And this basically is the market right now in a nutshell. You have your portfolio reaching for the moon, and the moon is about in your grasp. And then you get pulled back by this story, this Evergrande story, or the million other stories that are always floating around and the market's just about correcting anyways, and then the story comes out and it really makes the market correct and it's another shakeout. So more patience, guys, is what we need. But this is, I like this, and this is the market in a nutshell right now. Still waiting for that moment where things start to go up and start to go vertical and start to look like the start of a blow off top. That's what we're waiting on in this market. Let us dive into the CKB chart. So CKB here, I have CKB on the 4 hourly here, and you can see I dropped in this trend line, and this is just kind of an experiment here, but this trend line that I've dropped in is what we've been following since the end of September 27th. This whole section right here is October. So what we have going on here basically is this line. This isn't what the price is. This is a minimum price though, because you can see, you find it a support and bounce off it. You find it a support. You always got these waveforms. You bounce off it a little, bounce, and you could continue adhering to that line. As long as you continue adhering to this line, these are minimums. So like if you come, and this is just for an experiment, do not take this to the bank. If you come here, I am now on December 1st here, and it is roughly 2.93 cents in this area here of December 1st. And that's a minimum because you can see, obviously, you can get away from this line. This line is a support line. So it's looking to be that, the start of December, 3 cents would be worst case scenario. And we're at 2.7 right now because you could easily have some green candles up in this range, which is more like 4 cents. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. We kind of here, if you drop this in here, and this is on the 4 hourly, we basically hit our head twice. This is like a miniature double top where you try it, you come back down, you try it again, you just don't have the strength, you don't have the support, you don't have the volume, you don't have the momentum, and you come back down. Well, the 20 and the 55, the green and the red, are very strong support lines. Now, these lines don't necessarily have to just roll down right here. They can come out here and kind of go sideways and come here, and everything can bounce. I mean, it's up in the air right now. What it's going to do, we're still waiting on the rest of the market. CKB in the entire market is very dependent on Bitcoin first, and then it's a domino effect, and so that's why we need more patience. But if you think about it, you have Bitcoin starts to make a run, then Ethereum starts to run with it, and you have these small spurts of growth basically. And Bitcoin makes that movement, Ethereum does, and then other coins make their moves too. Like HBAR will run from 37 cents up to 45 cents, which is actually a pretty decent sized movement. And you have these little spurts from these different coins, and there's a little bit of a correction, find some support before that next movement. So with CKB, we're just kind of taking a look here. Let's remove drawings and let us go to the daily and see what's going on here. I will say here, let's get a better look here on the 4 hourly. I will say this. This is pretty small down here. Let's see, I can extend this and we can get a better look here. As you can see here, we have completely bottomed out on the 4 hourly on the stochastic RSI. To me, right now, it's possible. Bitcoin is showing a little bit of strength right now. We're going to look at the Bitcoin chart. But CKB is showing a little bit of strength here and a change in momentum This is like a momentum indicator, stock RSI. And so you can see the blue line is already pointed up back into the blue band here. It's crossed over the pink, and these two lines look, this trend looks like it's going to be reversed and that it is in oversold conditions. What's Bitcoin going to do? What's the rest of the market going to do today? I don't know, but this here is pretty low out, and it looks like it's wanting to make a movement back up. Now, does it do something like this? Come up and then get rejected back down, or do we start to make that movement up? That is the million-dollar question. But guys, overall, we have to keep all of this in perspective, because this is the daily, okay? So if we kind of zoom out here, this is the 4 hourly. Let me go to the daily. That cup and handle that we've talked about, okay, you have to remember too that when we were completing that handle all through here, that's like 14, 15 days of struggling with that 1.92 cents all through here, okay? And you remember that. So that was just back on November 4th, November 5th, and it is now the 13th. So keep that in mind, like keep everything in perspective, that not only that, CKB was just under a cent just on July 20th. And here again, we have a low of 1.1 cents on September 28th, which isn't long ago at all. But to keep this all in perspective, I know we want more. We want it to explode now, but sometimes this slow and steady grind, waveform can be healthier than just shooting to the sky and then correcting back down anyways, because that's what's going to happen. So we're kind of in a slow and steady grind is what we're looking at. And even if we are to correct back a little bit to find support on those, you can see this sort of pattern where you come up, correct down, come up, correct down, come up, correct down. So we're still going up the stairs in that sense. And I know we want more now. We're trying to, make these gains and make these profits, but you got to keep it in perspective that we just sat at 1.92 cents for like, let's see here. I can actually remove all drawings and I can measure that out and just tell you, but starting here, 2 cents all the way over to here, 16, 17 days of that 2 cent range. Now we are up here and we're in that 2.6 to 2.8 range. And we've only been up here for like 7 days. So sometimes you just, you got to let the EMAs catch up. You got to catch a breather. You got to take a break, take a breather, and get ready for that next movement up. So that's what we're sort of waiting on with CKB. And more patience, guys, more patience. We will have to see what the rest of the market is doing. In my opinion, the second half of November is going to have to be pretty explosive, because I do believe that Bitcoin, like Plan B says, I do believe that Bitcoin will hit $98,000 at some point in November. Not that it will hold support there or that it'll close on November 30th, like the last day of November. Not that it'll close at that price, but I believe it'll hit it at some point in time in November. So the second half of November could be a lot of fireworks based on that, on his model. Now, it is interesting, though, that we have blockchain backer. He said in a video the other day, he said he is 99.99% certain Bitcoin will not hit $100,000 in this bull run. And you have people in that camp, and then you have others that it is going to 200,000 based on the fibs and based on previous bull runs and based on all kinds of other metrics. So I'm sort of in between those two, and I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see who's right, see who's wrong, and see where it goes. So here's Glassnode. Here is the amount of Bitcoin left for purchase, the Bitcoin balance on exchanges. Again, you have to pay for these charts here. And I've shown this before, but just as of October 31st, here you had 2.48 2.48 million Bitcoin left for purchase, and we've come all the way down to that 2.45. About 40,000 Bitcoin have come off the exchange in the last 11 days, worth about $2.5 billion. So $2.5 billion worth of Bitcoin has been taken off the exchange, meaning there is that much less Bitcoin available for purchase. And we're just looking at supply and demand here. Just the fact that the demand on Bitcoin is high. Miners are not selling it. Mining companies are not selling it. Still, a lot of them are holding it. Other people are holding it because of it's Q4 2021, and the speculation and the sentiment out there is that a bull run is coming for Bitcoin. So people are holding on to it and they want to ride that wave up. And so just supply and demand will tell you that you can see this sharp point. This, by the way, this is Bitcoin over the last year. So it was coming down until April 20th. And then this is all summer. There was that sell-off. This is the ABC correction right here. And you can see it on the chart, this whole middle section where the exchange balance is going up. That's the ABC correction all summer where it was slow and boring. And now Bitcoin is down here, and you see one sharp drop, come back up, sharp drop, stay kind of flat, and we're working on this other sharp drop right here, right now. So it's rather interesting. If that trend continues, there will be less and less Bitcoin available while people are purchasing it, while the price should be going up when we're going on this run. Let's look at the Bitcoin chart. Let's go to BTC USD. This is going to determine a lot about the bull run. What does Bitcoin do? So let's take a look here. Okay, so right now, Bitcoin is showing a little bit of strength. I'm actually curious to go to the 4-hourly though. Take a look here. So we did break out of that. This bull pennant. It's kind of a falling wedge bull pennant, but it's not falling too sharply by any means. And that's where we got this target when I dropped this line in. That was a target up to 85. I got too much stuff on this chart right now. Up to $86,000. We are still outside of that pennant. We're trying to find some support where we're at now. I don't want to erase all drawings yet. I'm going to show you one thing real quick of my targets for this bull run. Let us reset the chart. We got to really zoom out for this one though. So my opinion on Bitcoin and what it's going to do in this bull run, this is going to be my opinion right here, right now. So we topped out here in December, the end of December, the end of 2017 bull run right there. That is the end of the last major bull run, the top, December 18th, 2017. And we come all the way down to here. We flatten out, okay? So in my opinion, what we are doing right now, and I have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the Elliott wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have impulsive wave 1, impulsive wave 3, and impulsive wave 5. My opinion is this. Wave 5 should be at least as big as wave 1. So if we just measure out how big is wave 1. So I'm going to copy this fractal here. And we're going to set it there. Now, this is the wave 1 fractal. Now, if we move it out here, now let's zoom in so we can actually accurately set this. So just setting if 5 should be at least the length of 1. Okay, and we are in wave 5. That takes you exactly to the 1618. Maybe a hair over, maybe a hair less, $108,000, $107,000 in this bull run for Bitcoin, at least. That's what I have it going to, at least, based off the fib, based off the fact that I just moved this fractal. That is where I have Bitcoin going in this bull run, at least. Now, I will say that I do believe what could happen is when it comes up and it's coming up to 100,000, I believe that is such an even number and such a psychological number that I could see it rolling from 100,000. I could see it rolling down to a correction of, say, the 1,272 at 81,000 here. You can see the 1,272, 81,000, rolling on a correction and then getting finding support, getting that steam, and then coming up at least to the 1618, $108,000. If not higher, we'll see what kind of run it goes on. It depends on the speculation, the news. Does this trend continue here? Does this continue to go down? And is there more and more being purchased while the supply just gets lower and lower and lower? There's a lot to take a look at, but that is my bigger picture. And I love this. I have Bitcoin going to this price. As far as what Blockchain Backer is saying about the top is 75,000 to 80,000 for Bitcoin in this cycle, based off my charts and what I'm seeing, I am disagreeing with that. And I do respect that guy, though. I do like some of his material. I've seen some of it. I don't watch him regularly. I watch him here and there. But anyways, yeah, just watching everything in the market, and that's what I have going on right now, guys. Please click subscribe down here in the bottom right-hand corner if you liked this video. Please click subscribe. Right now, Bitcoin is, as I'm speaking, 64,869, guys. It is making some showing some strength today. It was just at 64,000 earlier. Today, it's showing some strength, making some movements towards that 65. What's it going to do today? Are we going to go back to some movement during the weekends, and then it calms down during the week like we were doing about a month ago? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, guys. We need more data, and we just have to keep watching. Stay patient. When in doubt, zoom out. Stay in perspective the fact that CKB was just stuck in 2 cents for a while, and now we're messing around with 2.8 cents right now. So keep that in mind, guys. And we were just at 1.5 cents for a while. So we are flirting with 3 cents now. That is double 1.5 cents where we were just stuck in 1.5 cents for a while too. So just keep it in perspective. I want more right now too. I want the thing to explode, but sometimes you just gotta wait. Bitcoin 64.9. That's going to be it for this video. Please smash the like button below if you like this video. Let's get this content out about CKB to more people and the information on Bitcoin and what the bull run's going to do. Please click subscribe if you haven't yet. I say it in every video, but you actually got to go click subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification. Subscribe even if you don't hit the bell notification. So that's going to be it for this video, guys, and we will see you in the next one. See ya.